You're watching AFCRDTV, and the final score here at Hayden Road for this Saturday afternoon, AFC Rushden Diamonds 1, Hednesford Town 0. And the man of the match, a familiar face here on AFCRDTV, it's AC Alexander, Alex Collard. Alex, well done today.
Yes, thank you.
The game started off first half sort of a cagey affair. What did you think of the first 45 minutes?
Yeah, it wasn't our finest moments, I don't think. I think we struggled to get into it. We couldn't really get a rhythm together, but you know, we said in there we've not really played very well, and we still come in, we're still in the game. And you know, we've done this so many times where you come in at half time thinking we played quite poor, still in the game, and you know, you put it right second half.
I believe it was late in the first half off a corner kick. If the ball had even just grazed your head, I think the ball would have gone into the net. That was a close call.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was a tricky one because I thought I timed it right, and as it started, it just sort of dropped a little bit sooner than I thought. I just couldn't get there in time. I maybe should have just thrown myself at it a bit more, but it just dropped, and I sort of came out of time with it.
So at halftime, did you get a good pep talk from Burge?
Yeah, absolutely. He said, you know, we haven't played our best, and I think, you know, he's watched enough of our games now that he knows exactly what we're about. He knows the standards we set ourselves, and yeah, he just said we're still in the game.
Sure.
Let's take it up another 10-15%, which is what we can do. We know we're capable of it, and yeah, he got our rewards.
Now, the first maybe 5-10 minutes of the second half looked like a repeat of the first half, and at times I was thinking, oh no, this game has 0-0 written all over it. But you finally got the pace and tempo going good for Diamonds, and sure enough, you scored in the 75th minute.
Yeah,
How was that? Great corner kick from Connor Furlong to you.
Yeah, it was something we knew we were going to work, or we knew we were potentially going to get at them with. We'd heard from our reports that they were maybe a little bit, that's maybe not one of their strengths, and obviously with our size in the team, you know, now we've had Bushy into the team as well. You know, we've got 3 or 4 players 6 foot and above that can cause damage, and it was something we said we need to work on. And yeah, great ball in, and just managed to get my head on it.
And you held on for the last 15 minutes, extra time to win the game. At times it was a physical game out there today. A few injuries there for Town.
Yeah, it was always going to be on the pitch. You know, it's not necessarily a pitch to be playing sort of total football. I hate that term, but you know, and this is what we do. You know, this is how we get to where we are. We know what we can do, and if we get a lead, we grind it out. We know what we're doing.
Now, in retrospect, do you think maybe it was a good thing that last week's game at Biggleswade had to be called off because of a waterlogged pitch, because it was a tough week for Diamonds, obviously?
Yeah, it was a tough week, but I mean, as a group, we're all still very much together. So, you know, you give us 2 games, 3 games in that week, we'd have still gone into it and given 100%. So, yeah, it didn't make a difference. I suppose it gave the club a bit more time. We could, you know, assess the situation, sort of not act so quickly if we didn't need to. So, yeah, it was just one of those.
But great win for Diamonds today, and it seemed like an emotional win too. I could see all the lads, players are grouped around at the end of the game, celebrating.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a bit of a tricky one, really, because obviously we all got brought in by Peaksy, and you know, obviously seeing him leave, yeah, of course, we're all sad. But it was something we said to ourselves as a team. You know, whoever comes in, we give them absolutely everything, and ultimately, you know, it was emotional because a new manager could have come in and disrupted it, but it's been brilliant. He's come in, he's given advice where it's needed, you know, and he's added to what we were doing, which is perfect. And you know, it's a journey we're trying to go on, and that's why it was so much of an emotional one, really, for us all, because it was sort of that first hurdle. We're still in it, we're still going, and you know, Burge is leading us through it, which is great.
Well, very good, Alex. Thanks again. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Bruce and Alex, I'm now here with Diamonds interim manager Andy Burgess. Andy, a win and a clean sheet in your first game in charge. You must be delighted with that.
It's easy, this football life, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely delighted. Listen, it wasn't a game for the purists. It was, you know, nip and tuck at times. First half, we perhaps didn't adjust our style or deal with the environment as well as we perhaps could have done. But we spoke about that at half time, just being a little bit less, trying to be a little bit less perfect, and putting things into areas maybe rather than into people and things like that. But you know, listen, we went in at half time and the lads said, I didn't say, the lads said, this is what it's been like. We know this is what it's been like a lot of the season. We just now need to step up and we need to make a few better decisions on the ball. Better quality in the final third, because all right, you know, they had 1 or 2 opportunities, but I thought first half we did get into some good areas. I think AJ and Connor got into some good areas wide. Alex Collard's got in a good area at the back post once and put the cross behind. So it was just about having a little bit more quality, a little bit more substance in the final third. And then second half, I thought we were a lot better. I thought our decision making was a lot better. I thought we adjusted ourselves to the pitch and to the environment a lot better. And I thought overall we were good quality for the win.
Since Ty left the club last week, there's been a lot of speculation about who's going to lead the line, whether it be Will Jones or Shane Bush, Jack Snealer. So you decided to go with Shane today. What was the thinking behind that?
Just a little bit of experience. Shane's obviously done the role before, played the position before, and is typically a back-to-goal striker like Ty Deacon was or is. So we thought it was probably the most like for like, and as we've mentioned a number of times, we've wanted to come in and I've wanted to come in and have that continuity. So it's probably a case of like for like. I thought Shane did fine. I thought in difficult conditions, again with not a huge amount to feed off. I thought he worked very, very hard. He won some good flicks, and we perhaps could have done more with some of them. But we've got options up there. I thought Will came on and really did really well. Ran channels, added that legs up top, and that willingness to do ugly stuff. A little bit raw, a little bit, I think, naivety at times, but really made a positive impact and built on the good work that Bush had done, I thought, in the first 60 minutes. So everybody today who's been involved, the subs that have come on, the players who haven't come on, everybody positive, and again, I thought we were a good value for the result.
Looking back at the first half, Hednesford had quite a lot of the ball, but they didn't really create too many clear-cut chances of it. The only one that I can remember was when they headed wide from the corner. That's testament to how well we defended in that first half.
Yeah, I agree. They had quite a lot of possession, but never really got in behind us. They had the set-piece header, they had a shot from the distance, we got a deflection, and Dean had to get down and save. But apart from that, we haven't really been tested. They haven't, as I say, they haven't got in behind us or worried us. So defensively, I thought we were sound. Although the midfield, it was a game where it was difficult to put the foot on it. I thought they showed energy and showed legs. I thought at times Nathan broke forward and was difficult for the opposition, and made it difficult for the opposition well. Ben Diamond is dynamic and won a lot in the air, and Fernando's front foot is really front foot and gets about. So I was really pleased with the back four, the midfield three, and then you could see that the front three as well were a problem for Hednesford all game as well. So yeah, pleasing.
I thought in the second half we had more of the play, more of the ball, and then we obviously got our goal. We've been so good at set pieces down the years, and when you've got someone in there like Alex, you're always going to have a chance.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Connor had put a couple of balls in previously, which were like half a yard short, half a yard more on it, beating that first man. And the previous ball from the free kick, I think, that led to the corner for the goal, was literally that. And it's difficult because you have to, as a player taking those free kicks, have a bit of bravery to say I'm going to proper put my foot through this and put whip and bend on it to make it get past that first man, but not overhit it and things. And the ball for the goal was first class. And the header was outstanding. A proper centre halves header in the opposition box. And Alex has been great this last couple of days with me since I've come through the door in training. I had a long conversation with him on the phone yesterday. He's what epitomises, I think, the football club and the fight and the leadership that I need in the dressing room. He's been great, and that's testimony to the week he's had and the leadership skills he's got.
I thought we managed the game out really well. You obviously brought Will Jones and Matthew Sin on later on, Jesse Applewine as well. And we certainly had a lot of joy down the channels, playing the ball down for Will to chase onto. And although those last minutes were very nervy, they didn't really have any clear chances where we thought they were going to equalise.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think they had a corner just after we scored, which we dealt with, and then it was a case of just, managing the game. That's what it's all about. We did well in the corner, and Will, kept it down there for a couple of minutes really well, and balls were, it's decision making. For me, the difference between first half and second half, and then towards the end of the game, is decision making. When to play short, when to play long, when to put it into channels, when to play to feet. And I thought as the game went on and we grew into the game, I thought we made those decisions a lot better. And just delighted for the lads, because it's been a tough couple of weeks and they haven't played for a couple of weeks, and to come out and put in a performance like that was very pleasing.
Looking ahead then, we've got 2 away games next week. I know you don't like to look further ahead than the next game, so it is Biggleswade this coming Tuesday. They lost today, they are bottom of the league, but no doubt they'll be up for the fight. You know, they're a side fighting for their lives, and they've got a new manager to impress as well.
Absolutely, you know, it will be tough. It will be tough, as you say. That, you know, they're down there, but you know they'll want to. You know, we'll go there full of confidence, but they'll want to dampen our party. They'll want to get about us. They'll want to improve upon their recent run of form. Whilst there's a chance they can stay up, they'll be fighting for their lives. So we're under no illusion it's going to be a real scrap. It's going to be a real battle. It's going to be really tough. But we've got to regroup. We've got to rest up and get ourselves ready for Tuesday.
Well, Andy, thank you for your time. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.